Good morning. Welcome to this practice. Today we're going to do some upper body opening, a little bit of movement, some stretching, nothing too crazy. So you don't really need anything, just a floor, maybe a mat if you'd like, and yourself. And let's go ahead, let's get started just in a child's pose here. So I'm going to bring my big toes together. I'm going to shift back onto my hips. Bring my hands out in front of me, and you can go ahead and lay your forehead down on the floor if that feels comfortable for you. Let's take this moment just to open this container here, open up this space, this time with yourself, allowing whatever is meant to unfold within these next few moments to unfold, knowing that we're being held in this space, that we're protected, we're being guided, and all we got to do is get out of our own way. If you'd like, you can find a little bit of movement here as we start to bring more attention to our breath, just gently. This can feel sticky once we start to really bring awareness to our breath. We can notice some ripping, maybe some stagnancy there. Maybe it's really free flowing and open today. Maybe it's feeling light, maybe it's feeling heavy. Let's go ahead and bring both hands over to the right side, feeling a stretch all the way from our left hip up through our pinky. And just gently root that left hip into the ground a little bit more. During these stretches, there's no need to force anything, just feeling into it. The more we force, the more our body grips because it doesn't feel safe. So it's better to have more gentle of a stretch and teach our body it's safe. Slow and steady wins the race here. Let's go ahead and switch to the left side. Today, I very much want to call in expansion, emptiness, just calmness, peace, that free flowing energy, that light, airy energy that just feels soft. If this resonates with you, let's just take a moment and see if we can feel this in our bodies just a little bit. Let's go ahead and come up from here. We're going to bring our hands behind our body. I like to have my fingertips pointing behind me. And I'm just going to open up my chest, pushing my chest out towards the sun. And here I still have a slight engagement in my core. I'm not just arching my lower back. That can put some unnecessary tension on our back. So if you're feeling some straining there, maybe pull it back a little bit. See if you can pull that belly button in. Everything I do, I like to find some movement. I am not one to be stagnant in my stretches. I think that's a misconception. I know that's a misconception that I've had to work through, is that we always have to be still and steady. But I like to feel the energy flowing through me. Feel the muscles loosening up, really feeling into those joints. Where is there stiffness? I like to flow into that, find that area, and then move out of it. Just keep flowing with that. You can tuck your chin if you'd like, maybe look up. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to bring our right forearm to the floor here. We're just going to reach our left hand up towards the sky. If you'd like, you can wrap that left hand behind, again with your gaze, whatever feels good to you. You can look straight ahead, maybe down to the floor, maybe up towards the sky. If you feel yourself really struggling here, really forcing, go ahead and let's bring a little more ease into the movement. a little less stretch there. Again, teaching our body slowly that it's safe to be in these positions. Forcing them into the position is not teaching them that they're safe, right? I'm gently pushing the floor away through my forearm. I'm not sinking into my shoulder here. Take one more breath. And we'll go ahead to switch sides, left forearm down. We'll reach the right hand up and behind our body if you feel called to. Just breathing. If your mind starts to wander, that's totally fine. Just noticing that, maybe giggling at it, at how busy it can be sometimes. And real gently, if we can, bringing our attention into our body. We'll go ahead and reach back in the air, big breath, and exhale down. We're gonna go into puppy pose here. So it's just like child's pose, except I'm gonna have my hips in the air. Again, reaching the hands out in front of me. And I'm gonna drop my chest down. You can let your forehead rest on the floor. I feel this deep in my armpits, just like a deep stretch. So I don't like to force it here. I don't like to go too far. Again, if you'd like to find some movement, maybe a little wiggle in the shoulders or in the hips, releasing some of that energy, some of that tension, some of that gripping. All right, we'll go ahead and gently come out of this one. We'll come all the way to the floor. What I'm going to do here is bring my hands out in front of me. I'm going to reach them behind me in a circle and come back. Reach out in front of me and behind me with an arc here. Some of the keys here are we don't want to be arching from our lower back. All right, we don't want too much stress there, so don't worry too much about the height. We want to find lengthening through our spine. Again, not just the crunching, but a lengthening. Going back to our intention today, taking up space, feeling expansion, feeling safe, taking up space, right? So let's go ahead, let's start. Again, real slight engagement of the core. Hands out in front of us. As we exhale, we'll lift behind. I'm going to be quiet for this exercise, let you do your thing. Again, we don't need to force. The question is, how good can we make this feel, right? So at your own pace, breathing. Just a couple more here if you'd like. Last one for me. Let's go ahead and bring our forearms to the ground. I'm going to push the floor away from me. And think about pulling your elbows in towards your body. Again, finding that length in your spine. Bringing some movement here if you'd like. And from here, let's go ahead. The birds, I can hear their wings flapping. It's so loud. It's really cool. Let's go ahead and rotate our head here. So we're going to stretch out our neck. I'm just going to do some circles, letting my breath guide me during this movement. Still pushing the floor away from me, finding length in that spine. If you haven't already, we can switch directions. And when you come back to center, let's just let our head be really heavy. Let it fall down. Maybe shake it yes, shake it no. And we'll come into an upward dog. So this time bringing our palms to the floor. I'm just going to lift up. Fingertips spread wide, pushing the pads of our hands into the floor. Gently tucking our elbows into our sides. Again, finding that length. All right, we're going to come center here. This will be our last movement for the day. Again, really calling in that spaciousness, that expansion that just feels so freaking juicy to me right now. Like just that magic, but in a calm sense, right? Where you feel safe with it. So what we're going to do, we're just going to, again, find slight engagement of the core, belly button pulling towards the spine, up towards the heart. I'm just going to reach my hands overhead, take up space, and exhale, gently fold over, all right? This can look like whatever you want it to look like. Feel as good as you can make it feel. Maybe it feels messy, maybe it feels a little rigid. Just roll with it, just explore. This is our space to explore. There's no right or wrong way to do any of this. I gotta tell you, movement, I swear to God, I've had so much experience with this, with dealing with chronic pain. I've had much training in movement, and I'm telling you, there's no right or wrong way to move. Just move in a way that feels good to you. We all have different bodies. Yes, there's some things that help, but the more you tap into your own body, your intuition, the more you can feel what feels good for you. All right. And we can heal so many things within ourselves and within our reality with this. Okay. Let's get into it. Big breath in. Can we tap into that energy of expansion just 1% more? Feeling the energy move up and down our spine as we move. Let's bring our hands overhead. Let's bring them behind our body, opening up that chest just one more time. Big exhale. This feels so good. All right, thank you guys so much for showing up today, for trusting me with guiding you through this movement. I honor you, every single breath you took, every movement that you made. So beautiful, so beautiful. Sending you all my love today.